and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Sammy Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more. Hey, we're back here with another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. We have the band Instinct with us tonight. And so they're, same area from us, pretty much as Damien would say, the Mid-Atlantic area, I guess you could call it. Which
Mid-Atlantic, yeah.
I always thought it was Philly, Jersey. He's like, oh, it sounds too
Delaware
small.
Valley?
Delaware
That's
Valley,
all the
yeah.
episode
He said
with
you got to
Rat
go
Rob, you're trying to find the Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, that's what I said. I had to look it up. I'm like, huh? Okay, I guess we're all Mid-Atlantic now. So,
Marvin, New York. That's what it is.
There you go.
Marvin, PA, New York. Yeah.
So we're going to start off with the lead vocalist, Terry. Hey, is it Freeman? Is that how you say it?
Fryman. It's okay.
Fryman.
It's Downey Fryman. I hyphenate, but it's fine.
So Terry Downey Fryman, then, right? And married to
Yeah.
Russell Fryman, of course, right?
Yes.
And Paul Adler we have here on guitar. And we're missing we're missing Callan, right?
Oh, Kellen is MIA because he's no longer a part of the band, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we have a drummer, Mike from Paul's other cover band, Old School, has been filling in for us while we're in the search for a new drummer.
Right.
Okay, cool.
So if you know anybody, Al, let us know.
Yeah, I definitely will. I seen these guys a couple weeks ago. Real good show at the brewery.
Oh,
Yeah,
I saw you there. Yeah, with Seems Like Tuesday.
Yeah, it was packed. It was a good night. A lot of people
good.
came out. And guess what? I wasn't sure how that place was going to sound because it's kind of small where you're
It's
at.
a hall. It's like a hall.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good though. I thought the guy did a great job.
Yeah, Soundman did a good job.
He did a great job.
Yeah, everybody sounded really, really good. It was cool. We had two female lead singers that night, which is you barely see in the same evening.
Ever.
so I'm sure that was pretty cool. Okay, guys. So we're gonna just go right in and ask you guys a couple questions. Sorry, like everything's a little wacky because my internet's crazy tonight.
No problem.
That's how we are normally.
That's how it is normally for us.
Ain't it always a crazy issue? Everything works fine until you're ready to do it. Then shit's the bed. Yeah.
Well, Al,
Technology
I listened to your band's album. It's really good.
Oh, thank you.
I called it an album.
Me too. I still call it an album.
Mhm.
I still do.
It's an album.
Yeah.
It's really good. I wanted to say you sound incredible on it. Your voices are great.
Thank you so much.
It's
You're
a
welcome.
great band.
It is a great band.
I give all the credit to Dave Pyron, the engineer. He's
That's
a
where
good
the
guy.
magic happens.
Yeah, that's where the magic happens. He might have dipped me in gold without me knowing. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look him up.
That was great.
We're gonna want to record. So yeah.
Cool. That's the guy to go to. That's the guy to go to.
Oh yeah, because we were getting ready to go in the studio before we had Johnny imploded, and so then we're kind of back to square one about the studio. So
Yeah.
That's good. I do have a question with that near the end, so I'll definitely get back to that. I definitely want to get some information on that. Okay. So I'm going to start off first. So that's Angry Mike D, in case you guys never met Mike D before. And
I'm not that angry.
He doesn't
Hey,
look
Mike, do
angry.
you-
it's
Mike,
funny.
do you
Everybody
hyphenate too?
but everybody does think he's Ahmed from my band.
this does look like somebody you don't want to get angry.
Yeah.
right.
I'm a nice guy.
The ball
He's
breaker.
not like a nice guy. You have nice eyes. It's all good.
There you go,
Thank
buddy.
Dan's trying to girl in the band.
That's great.
It's going to be blushing Mike D soon. So.
Blushing Mike D. Yeah. Okay, so I want to start off with Paul. How and when did you guys form?
We formed back in about 1988, and really the band morphed out of something that Russ and I started probably in 1984.
Nice.
So it was band became a band, and then that band became Instinct. And we've had a lot of drummers over the years.
Spinal Tap.
but,
Yes, we are
fun.
fully
We
influenced
joke
by
about
Spinal
it.
Tap.
We talk about Spinal Tap all the time.
We with 88, we started out and we were playing, oh God, Play the Empire was one of our first shows. We were playing there, and then we ended up headlining the Empire.
Awesome.
And by the end of the first wave, I'll call it 1992-3, we were getting shopped at Atlantic and Geffen Records. And they had asked us to go back and try and write some grunge material. And I kind of flipped out.
Okay.
And I don't know, we probably could have done it. And in hindsight, it might have been cool, especially with female vocal, to venture into that world. But it wasn't true to what we were. Even though, when we first started out, some of our stuff probably sounded kind of grungy with the stuff Russ and I wrote when we were first writing. And had we mined some of that, we might have been able to get some success. And, hindsight's 2020, and I'd like to go back to that kid and say, hey, kid, just do what they say. You could be living in a mansion in Hollywood now, but whatever. I live in a mansion in King of Prussia. It's about the size of a doorstop, So, that's how life goes. And we hiatused for the better part of 10 years. And then we did a couple of reunion shows. We played a show with Dee Snider's kid up at Papa John's.
Oh, I play with him, Jesse. Really good. Yeah.
Jesse, yeah. That was a fun gig. And that was
They
kind
showed
of
up
the
without
beginning of the
equipment, though.
second. What was that?
Remember, they showed up without equipment. We had to lend them our equipment.
We let them back on.
Them bands love doing that. Yeah.
So we started the second life of the band at that point, and in the last 3 or 4 years, actually, I guess 5 or 6 years, not counting the COVID era, things really started to pop off for us, and we were approached about getting a record deal, and we had to turn it down, and another record deal with a small independent. But what we're looking to do now is go in and record a bunch of new material, and get our old stuff transferred, into waveform and all that. And I'm sitting here looking at the reel-to-reels that Russ dug up. And one of the names that was mentioned to me recently was Phil Nicolo, and I should reach out to him and see what's what with that, because we do have some pretty cool old stuff that we'd like to get out there again.
Yeah. Well, you rehash it, you maybe update something here and there. And don't forget, what everybody sounded like 10, 15 years ago, myself included, it still sounds like you, but you learn so much through the years, and certain tones and shit changes. And yeah, man. So you just, I do it all the time. Like, I rob pieces that I used to do from other shit I used to do and just reinvent it. And it works,
Yeah. Evolution, not revolution.
Here you go.
Exactly.
The people that are revolutionary are the ones that you remember: the Jimi Hendrixes and the Janis Joplins, the Eddie Van Halens. The people that changed the parameter or the paradigm are the ones that really stick out and make things happen. The thing I would say about Instinct, and when we get a fair shake at some point, we are not like the rest of the bands out there from any era we've ever been in. We do things a little bit different. Russ and I write in a very specific style, and I'm not your average guitar player, and Terry's not your average singer, and Russ is not your average bass player, and that creates a certain dynamic that we bring to the table that I don't think a lot of other bands do. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that.
No, I get it.
If we were that great, everybody would know who we are after 20,000 years of doing this. But we exist, and therefore we are.
Yeah. But so you're looking for a drummer right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Our first audition is next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Come down, pretty seasoned guy. I'm looking forward to this. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We know how to audition drummers really well.
Yes.
But listen, it's hard to keep the core together, at least, too. So 3 out of 4 members for holding it together for that long is great.
Yep.
Because what happens, what I find is, even if you're in a band that does good, and every band that I was in, once we hit a plateau, or once you start getting rolling, I'd say once everything starts going good, all of a sudden somebody gets goofy or flakes out. It's the weirdest thing. It happens all the time.
It's so true.
It's that deja vu right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. I told Damien, I'm like, listen, I love everybody we're playing with. We started out together. If we're 40 years from now, we're still writing songs and it's just me and you putting shit out on the internet. If that's the only way we could do it, let's do it. You got to keep the core, you know? And I was like, otherwise, all these songs you've written, man, you go through it and go, man, I feel like I just wasted so many fucking interesting or good tunes. And you
Mhm.
feel like you can't play them. Where I'm at the point where I'm like, fuck it. If it's good, I don't give a fuck who was doing it with me. Now I'm just doing it. You know, I want it out there. You know, it's
My son-
frustrating. It really is frustrating.
My son's in the scene too. He's a drummer, and
I looked him up today. I did find him.
Did
It's pretty
you?
cool. Yeah, very cool.
you know, when he tells me like, Dad, when you get an opportunity, you got less time in front of you than you do behind you. Just make it happen. So
Yeah.
you
He
know,
doesn't want to drum for you guys.
I was just going to say that. Yeah. What about any
I
interest
would-
there?
I would love for him to drum with us.
I think his band's getting a little more interest rate in funk. So
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. Plus,
they're,
you know, playing with the
they're
old guys, so
traveling
we
up
don't
to
know
New
about
York
that.
to play, and they're doing all kinds of stuff. And you know,
Yeah.
he's more into a metalcore scene, or sort of like metalcore Foo Fighters meets Black Veil Brides is what I would
Yeah.
describe.
That's what I got
Okay.
out of it. Something like that. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. They definitely have that
style
look.
of
That
drumming
feel.
he likes to do. So what he brings to the table would be interesting to put into what we do.
Yeah.
But it's a different dynamic of drumming. You know, we're looking for, and this is not, my son probably could do it, but we are looking for a groove-based drummer. That's what we need, and that's what the songs dictate.
Now, do you prefer prefer a guy that plays more on the backbeat or in front of the beat?
I like a pocket guy.
Back a
Pocket.
little more backbeat pocket.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a
Whatever
Steve.
that means.
Steve's very excellent that way. Steve from That Seems Like Tuesday. He's a very good in the
Oh,
pocket.
I love watching him, man.
Yeah.
Because our if you know when you've seen us, our music is very guitar based, so we need the rhythm section. You know, us and me and the drummer have to really keep that in the background. We'll let the other him and Terry shine.
Yeah. Now I played with one guy that he actually he was a replacement in one of the bands I was doing, and he was a great drummer. Kind of played like very Neil Peartish, but he played on top a little bit, so you never knew when it was coming. He just played. So you know how you get the dynamic of the pop where the chorus is coming at. Man, I didn't know where it was coming sometimes. It was different. But I prefer more of a pocket guy too.
Yeah, I play with drummers like that too. It's like, and yeah, it's fun. It's fun, but challenge. But it's not for what the music calls for. It's
Yeah.
about the song, not about the.
I like
the
a
players.
drummer who foreshadows, and I guess that's what a pocket drummer does. And it's kind of a shame because Mike Calmia, who's been sitting in with us, is actually really perfect for what we've been doing. And he's the perfect foreshadow guy. He intrinsically senses where the song's going, and to write with Russ and I, that's an important factor in the writing process. Russ and I write very extemporaneously, and we've been playing together since we were in 8th grade.
Great.
So we've been together a long time, at least 10 years.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a certain kind of brother to brother dynamic that develops in your songwriting and the way you jam. And jamming is the essence of writing for me. You know, I usually we do it in the sense of, I come in with a riff, and then Russ and I start jamming that riff, and the next thing you know, he's got a next section that comes in, and we just do it very organically. And a drummer who can feel that and deliver that and follow that, and then know when the change is coming based upon the jam, that's a tall order, but it has happened. We had a guy many years ago. His name was Danny DiGiacomo. He was probably the best songwriting partner for Russ and I that I ever encountered. He had an innate sense, and Danny was a guy that should by all means have been a rock star. He was
Agreed.
He was running the circles. He was best friends with Jeff LaBar, and he imploded, as you said. I mean, in a very dramatic way. And unfortunately, it was sad because that was the recordings we did with him were being shopped, and we got played on WPST, and we won this contest, and all this crazy stuff was happening. And but yet here we are.
Yep, it's tough. It is. It's I've been doing the grind since I was about 16. I'm 50 now, and yeah, it's just you get to the point now where not that you ever stop trying to make something. But I'm at the point now where I just want to have fun. I want to be creative,
Yep.
put it out there. And if somebody likes it and somebody wants to pick it up for a fucking soundtrack or something, wonderful. You know what I mean? That's the point I'm at right now. You know?
I don't care if they use it for a toilet paper commercial.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
use it.
just use it.
Just use it.
Just
Yeah.
use it.
Wait, Al, didn't you had one of your songs in some kind of commercial, right?
It was on two. We had one on a tattoo commercial, and then one we
What
had
was-
on an ice
it
cream.
was like a
commercial.
porn ad or something, wasn't it?
No, that
No.
was something
The
different.
Pornhub?
We had a song called "Dirty" when I was in the band Stop the World, and it got used for a couple different things. It got used for a tattoo commercial. It got used for not Ben and Jerry's, but Preston and Steve had this ice
yeah.
cream line.
That ice
And-
cream they had. Got
and
Dukes.
the band broke up, and one of the flavors they did Ripple, some Guatemala Ripple or something like that, was singing Steve.
Guatemala nipple.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Steve calls me up. I mean, I talk to Steve all the time, but Steve was in that band with me. A year later, he's like, "Yo, did you see the commercial?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, the tattoo commercial I seen." He's like, "No, there's an ice cream commercial," and I thought he was fucking with me. I'm like, "There's no way, ice cream commercial. What the hell's that got to do with us?" And we watched it, and it was on Verizon or Comcast or one of those was running it, and it was Preston and Steve, and you would see like these two girls come together, and they got the ice cream, and the one girl's licking ice cream off the other one, like, what the hell's going on? And they were playing the song "Dirty" from us.
Two girls, one cone.
Yeah. It was weird because
Every
the
guy's
band broke
fantasy.
up.
Symbolism.
Yeah, the band broke up, and we never. A year after it started getting steam, because we did something with MTV that was I don't know, they had something to do with that Rock Band. Remember the Rock Band game for Xbox?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did something for that where they had us, sign something. Of course, there was no really money involved, but we signed something for them to use 3 songs as a download. They were doing unsigned bands, and they had a couple bands from, I guess, each area, maybe like 10, 20 bands. And you were able to download our song and play our song through Rock Band, which was cool. But same thing, band broke up a year after, shit starts happening, and we're nowhere to be found.
God.
But
Not
hey,
fair, man.
it is what it is. I call the music thing for us guys all a sickness. Even we all quit 1,000 times in our head. It just never happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next question. I'm going to start with Terry first. I'm going to go to Russ. I'm going to go to Paul. Favorite Instinct song?
My favorite is Shelter Me.
Okay, I actually heard that today. I found that I was looking for these guys on YouTube, and I found that one under Paul's YouTube. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I dug that one.
That's my old favorite song, but I have a new favorite song.
What's the new one?
The new one is called The Madness.
Nice. Good title.
It's heavy. It's
Yeah.
pretty heavy for us.
Very cool. How about you, Russ?
Mine, when we have the right drummer, is searching for a soul.
Nice. How about you, Paul?
Yeah.
Move your way, Russell.
That song's really evolved over time. And when we have the right drummer playing it, it is a great song. It's a mini epic, I guess is the way to put it. It's only about maybe about 4 or 5 minutes long, but it goes through so many different parts and changes.
Nice. How about you, Paul?
For me, it would be Talking About It, and then I'd have to back it up with The Madness.
Madness.
I think our best written song outside of those, our most commercial, most usable song, if you will, is Shelter Me, though.
That's why it hits me.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it's
Okay.
the most one that people would really get,
Mike, I want to turn it over to you for a couple questions.
Yeah. So, what song do you guys currently have in your set that don't have in your set that you want to play?
Prove It.
Yeah. Prove it. You got to prove it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so you agreed on that. Usually we stare at the
Wow.
pot here a little bit, and you get 3 different answers.
I would prove it and then back it up with Searching for a Soul, because we haven't
Played that in a while.
Yeah, it's true. We have to say it in a while. Yeah.
Those two.
Very nice.
And
Prove
what's-
It's a really good song. It's angry. I like it.
It's an angry groove song.
Nice.
And
it's
what's
based
the
on Yank
hardest
Me,
song to
Crank
play?
Me by Ted
I'm
Nugent.
sorry.
Go ahead, Mike. Just talk over Paul. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
No,
I would
please,
say
I
it-
was talk over Paul. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
He doesn't want you to hear what I'm saying.
And I was going to ask, like, the follow up to this, like, what's the hardest song to play live?
I'll start with me. Would probably be the Madness, just because it's I'm basically doubling the guitar. It's a very pretty intricate lick on it. So that'll be my most difficult.
Paul?
For me, it's going to be probably Rise, because there's those little Rushian things that go on in it. I'm playing more of a bass line in the guitar in the song as a guitar player than I am as a guitar player. Like, I'm not playing chords; I'm playing these runs and things like that. So
It's sort of like Motorheadish kind of.
no, well, maybe in the way I'm attacking the guitar, but the song doesn't sound like Motorhead at all.
Well, actually, he plays the bass more like a guitar, so
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But
the song actually sounds like a cross between Early Rush and Kiss Meets Dress to Kill, and then the solo
nice.
is totally bizarre. It's off the wall, and I'm constantly rewriting it. I don't know what I want to do with it, but I do a crazy large string spread solo on it, and I pushed myself to a place that I haven't been to on guitar with that song, so it's kind of interesting.
Very cool. Okay, so I want to skip around here to the next question, and this one's going to be for Terry and Russ. I'm going to start off with Terry first. What band does your husband listen to that drives you nuts that you just don't connect to?
I can say I finally connect a little bit to it, but I didn't before. Muse.
Okay,
I like
Yeah,
them.
it's a Mike D band, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. I mean, we saw them live, and when I saw them live, the show was amazing. But I never really got it. Like, I was like, what's up with these dudes, man? There's nothing like we always listen to. And he just totally gravitated towards it. So that was something that he really dug. That drove me crazy. Yes.
How about you, Russ?
I'm reluctant to say, because I know what you guys all like, and it's very wrong of me to say in this environment, but I was never a big Kiss fan.
Mhm.
I know, but I've been to Kiss shows. Paul and Terry are the largest Kiss fans I know. She's got the Kiss trash can. Paul's got the Kiss museum in his
Love
house. But I just I listened to them, but I never jumped on board. And
Can I say my son likes them? I took him to his first concert was Kiss.
That's
There you
awesome.
go.
There you go.
That's a good mom.
I'm with you, Russ. I'm with you on this.
He's hot and cold with them. I love them. It's
thank
been my
you.
favorite band since I was a kid.
Same here.
I've been looking at them faces since I can remember looking at anything else.
back when I first started, when Paul and I first met, and how he started the band was, I was in his bedroom. We were like in 8th or 9th grade, and he was there with this other guy, Larry, and they're always joking around, let's start a band. And Paul's like, I'll play guitar. And I'm like, I don't know much about music. But it's like, well, what should I play? Like, you can play the bass. I'm like, what's a bass? And he points to a picture of Gene Simmons and go, that's the bass. And
the
then-
bass, that's the fish.
The fish, the fish, the bass.
The boss
Boss.
and the plumber.
It's fucking
I'm
great.
a plumber.
That's a great interview. That Kiss interview is
Yes,
the
it
best
is.
Kiss interview ever.
Uh-huh.
That's the best. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Paul here. Paul, you also play in the cover band Old School with our buddy Shaky.
Yeah.
Is there any song that you haven't played yet with that band that you've been really trying to play? You've been pushing it, it just hasn't happened.
God, there's a lot of songs that I've been pushed in.
Mm.
God, I can't really give you one. Honestly, there's a lot, and there's a lot I hate that we do play.
You're
the
probably
joy
just
of a cover
tired
band.
of it. You're tired of it, probably, yeah.
Like if I play Poison again tomorrow, and I probably will.
Yeah.
Not a Poison fan, not a Journey fan, but if I see people having a good time and I'm owning the tune,
Yeah.
then I have a great time. So
Exactly.
sometimes you end up liking a song that you really hated in a previous life.
Yeah.
And there are songs that I hate that I love playing, if that
Yeah.
makes sense at all.
Yeah. Dude,
If
the
I
worst...
ever have to sing I Love Rock and Roll again, I would like shoot my head.
The worst thing
too.
is, even with original stuff, as you're in a band and you're going, oh, this is the song, and then the song that you think isn't as good, connects with people, and you're like, I can't believe they like that song. That's the worst one out of the pack. Happens all the time. Like,
Yep.
it goes to
That's
prove
why you
we
throw it
we all
out
don't
there.
know nothing. You know,
Right.
it's so crazy. Okay, Mike, I want to turn it over to you for the last question before we move on to the next segment.
Yeah. So, where's the best place to find all the info on Instinct?
That would
Right
be
now,
on-
it'll be on Facebook. We're developing the website. So the Instinct, the band, or Unofficial Instinct, there are two Facebook
Right.
pages. And right now we should be launching the website. I'm working on it now. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so. And that'll be instincttheband.com.
Mhm.
Awesome.
And the great thing about that is we were approached by the Sellersville to do some opening slots up there, and because we had two sites on Facebook, they were reluctant to use our website. So
Mhm.
this is an effort to unify us as a single point entry, whatever you want to
Right.
call it, way to get to the band. And when that happens, then we'll be able to put up our material a little bit more better.
Mhm.
I can't even speak. I should have had more whiskey.
Uh-huh.
But the band will be much more in your face commercially.
Now, are you guys planning to out? You were saying earlier in the interview that you're planning on maybe going back into the studio soon and recording some stuff. What was the last thing you guys actually put out? Was it been a while?
It was,
Long
it was
time.
Long time.
a long time ago. It was our demo that went to Atlantic and Geffen and got all. Well, we went to multiple record companies, but they're the two that responded.
It was been 90 was probably the last
Yeah.
time, because then the scene exploded and we didn't really do anything till get back together till
Mhm.
the 2000 knots. And
Yeah.
that was just kind of fun stuff. And only really in the last 2 years is when we started really
Really writing
seriously
again.
writing again.
Yeah, 'cause I was looking for stuff, and the Shelter Me song was the only song I really found that I was able to like check out, and was on Paul's YouTube page. And I'm looking, I'm like, I'm popping up. I see like another band called Instinct. I'm like, that's definitely not them. It looks like some heavy band.
They own instinct.com. And
Right. Damn them. Damn them.
Yeah. Well, I know the same thing. You type in Monte Carlo, and I'm like, fuck. You get everything but us, and we're like, I'm like, it's the guy's last name, so we can't dodge it. You know, it's
Right.
like, it's like Ghost. When Ghost came out, they had to go to Ghost BC. Now they're Ghost again. It's like,
okay.
dude, Paul, you also have your own podcast called the P Word Podcast. With that was your buddy Jim, right? I met Jim at the show.
Very.
Jim was a cool dude. I
Yeah.
met him at the show, and you got a great fucking radio voice, dude. Like,
Yes, he does.
got a great radio. When I was listening to your podcast the other day, I was like, wow, his voice is really, he's got that deepness. It sounds good.
That's what I wanted to do, and I got sidetracked. I was working for Fresh Air at WHYY when I graduated college. I was a research assistant there, and then somebody offered me a job in an office for it was $350 a week at that time, and I was like, "Wait, you got medical benefits? Sure, I'm in. What am I doing?" I was an editor in a magazine, and it put me on a track to work in the printing industry, which I've been in printing for 30 years now.
Nice.
I work in graphics, and so thank God for this kind of medium. I'm
Mhm.
able to go out there and try again and do my thing, and not for a living, just for fun. And I'm hooked up with Mike Lemon Associates. I'm on there to try and get some voiceover work.
Nice.
I did some stuff for Wildwood. So during COVID, I was the mean voice on the boardwalk that told you to get off the boardwalk at a certain hour because it wasn't safe because of COVID.
Which you got to be, you got to really move up and be, watch the tram car, please. Once you do
Yeah.
that, you're in.
I was the mean one. Watch the tram car.
It's great. Yeah. You got a perfect voice for that stuff, man. All right, guys. So Instinct will also be playing the Rust Fest, which is September 24th at Tom and Jerry's in Delco. It's going to be Empire Diaries, Instinct, Monte Carlo, and Rat Rod. Kelvin 27 is not playing, but Frank Stevens, who's running everything, will be running everything. So
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to that show. I think that's going to be a great show. This is probably like the second gig I think we're playing with you guys, which is cool.
Yeah, man.
Wait.
And on top of that, you
Right.
got Jackie Bam Bam's going to be there, so that's kind of cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, it
Here's
should
the,
be. There you go. We got the flyer. I'll also throw it up on the screen. And so that's going to be a fun gig. It's cool. It's an early gig. So yeah, there you go. Love it. Dynasty era. Looks like the Dynasty era one too. It's pretty cool.
Did. Dynasty creatures? Well, Dynasty, not creatures. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
You're gonna get a bunch of kiss nuts emailing us in. They
don't
all pop their
attack me,
head out of
though.
nowhere.
You and Damien are the kiss nuts. What are you talking about?
Ahmed's the craziest.
Oh, Ahmed, yeah.
Ahmed,
Okay.
we're all Kiss fans. Ahmed is crazy, crazy, crazy.
And when you got the
Like-
Kiss air guitar, yes.
Yeah, he bought the air guitar strings for real. I'm like, did you really? He's like, well, it was a package with nothing in it. I'm like, they got you for $3-4? That's beautiful.
Hey,
Wow.
you helped Gene's retirement out.
Mhm.
Hey, you know what? They helped mine. I'm going to sell all this shit someday.
Yeah, that's the move, man. But yeah, because I mean, you make so much money. They all got in that thing. I guess it was first the meet and greet thing, and then it got into the thing where it's like, well, I'm going to play this instrument on the on stage for a half a song, sign it, and sell you for $20,000.
Yeah, it's got some of my DNA on it. I don't want your DNA, dude. That's gross.
yeah.
No, it's funny. So, I remember on the downturn when, you could meet these guys for free, anywhere. And I did. And it's just a different world now,
Yeah. I'll tell you what, and I've said it before on this podcast. I met Gene once at a listening party for Revenge. And dude, he was awesome. Everybody I know that met Gene loved him. Like, he's not what you think he's going to be,
I met him twice, and both times it wasn't so good.
That's great.
But I met Paul multiple times, and every time was wonderful. And I've heard the opposite,
Right.
and that wasn't my experience. So I know that a lot of people who know Gene call him Uncle Gene, and they say he's the sweetest person in the world if you're on that level with him.
Right.
And I wish I had met him that way. I met Peter Criss, awesome, unbelievably sweet person. Wouldn't want to play in a band with him, but nice guy, really good guy. Ace, cold fish is what I describe him as.
Yeah, oh, boy, dude. I met Gene. Gene was awesome. I met Ace, and Ace was just at a signing. So Ace was kind of like, blah, yeah, thanks for coming. See you later. It was like there's no personality so it was just like, wow, I feel like I just got jerked off for $60,
Exactly.
But I never met Peter. I was in line to try and meet him at one of the horror cons, and the line was just too long. And it was like, I ain't waiting in line no more. But I heard he's great. I
also met Bruce, and I met Eric Singer, and I met Eric Carr, and Eric Carr was the nicest of all the people that ever been in Kiss.
Wow.
And Bruce Kulick falls in second right behind.
He's a nice dude. Yeah, I met him a few times. He's nice.
And Bill O'Coin was nice. I met him too.
Oh, you met Bill O'Coin. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Which is crazy because we are friends with Sick Vicky, and they had that Bill O'Coin connection, which was pretty cool.
Yes. The cocaine. And then I met Vinny. And Vinny was okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he all right?
He was all right. I met him during the Lick It Up era. That's when I met the whole band during Lick It Up.
Oh, wow. Like 83-ish or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow. You were young. You were probably 16 or something like that.
I was only 10. No, wait, no, I was 6. I was 6.
Sorry.
So you do the math. My math is very, very correctional.
Too funny.
I was 6, but I'm 56. That doesn't make any sense. Okay.
All right, guys. So we're going to move on to, and these are stupid questions. No rhyme or reason. This is just to have some fun. So we're going to start off with Terry, Russ, and then Paul. Stupid ass shit here, but something to do. So, all right, Paul, I'm going to start with you first. Would you rather give up meat or pasta? I went the opposite way.
I would rather give up probably meat, even though I love a good steak.
You keep the pasta, though.
Yeah.
But wait, you can't have spaghetti and meatballs?
No, it's one or
on.
the other.
No,
You
I
can't
can't.
be mixing it up. They're not the rules, Mike.
Hmm.
How about you, Russ?
I'm gonna go the opposite. I'll give up the pasta. I'll take the meat.
Going straight for the meat.
Yeah.
How about you, Terry?
Meat.
Straight for the meat too. Yeah.
I'd rather have protein than carbs.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Look at- Eagles just score?
Today.
Did they score, Paul?
Yes, they did. Sorry.
No, it's good. We got an update here. It's good. That's good. Okay, Paul, would you rather eat only Chinese food for the rest of your life or Italian food?
Chinese food.
Wow. Okay. How about you, Russ?
Italian.
Terry?
Italian. I don't like Chinese.
There you go. Okay, going back to Paul. Would you rather eat chicken feet or cow tongue?
Either. I wouldn't eat either. I would just starve.
Here you go. How about you, Russ?
See, I like crunchy stuff. So I was thinking of chicken feet, but then you think where chicken feet might be. So
Yeah.
I'm maybe just try the cow tongue. That's
I like you need something crunchy. That was good. Good answer. Good
Those
answer.
chicken talons.
How about you, Terry?
Ew. That's gross. They're both gross.
She's like, I've been with this guy for 50 years and he's telling me he wants to eat chicken feet. You learn something new every day.
Oh,
I like crunchy stuff.
God.
Oh,
See,
man.
Because
Paul.
I've seen both in like different stores. Like if you go down to Chinatown, you see chicken feet, and then in other stores like an Italian
All
market.
right, I'm
you
changing
see
to
tongue.
Italian after the whole.
Yeah,
thing
you're
at the
going,
Chinese
you're
market.
going back. Okay.
My grandfather used to eat the
Rationalize
cow
this here.
tongue.
See, the cow tongue was big at
Oh.
one time. Yeah.
It was very big. It was very big with the immigrants.
My
Um,
grandfather
like,
loved it.
My great grandmother, I'm sure she ate tongue a lot. I mean,
My grandmom too.
and I'm not talking about sexually, damn it. I'm talking about great grandmother here, for Christ's sake.
How about okay, so Paul, if you were a cartoon character, who would you be?
Well, when I was a kid, they called me the Pink Panther. I don't know why.
No, that's good. You're a tall dude. I think that works.
I'd prefer to be Bugs Bunny, honestly.
There you go. How about you, Russ?
I was thinking maybe Bugs Bunny or Quick Straw McGraw.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that one yet. That's a good one.
Played El Kabong. That's why.
I was just trying to say he was the Al
Did walk around
Capone.
smashing
How about you, Terry?
One of Josie and the Pussycats, probably Josie.
There you go. I haven't heard that one yet either. That's a good one.
Long tail and ears for hat.
Yeah,
Yes.
yep.
That's it. Next album
love
cover. There
Josie.
you go.
I love Josie and the Pussycats. It was a great show.
Yeah, I remember Gem. There was like a Gem one after that. It was kind of like a
Yeah.
takeoff a
See,
little bit.
Jem was nothing.
No, the
Oh,
Josie
yeah.
and the Pussycats had a good villain in it. It was good.
See,
It was
the
good.
Powerpuff
sort of
Girls
thing is
too.
when you
Powerpuff
had
Girls, you know.
you had Scooby Doo,
Yep.
and then you had Super Buggy or whatever it was called, which was basically the same
Speed
thing.
Buggy.
Speed Buggy.
Speed
That's
Buggy.
it.
And the car was Scooby.
That's great.
Mhm.
Right.
And he
Same.
drove them.
Oh, I miss cartoons. I mean, they're available now 24/7.
Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, that was
They were the
that was
best.
the life.
Yeah.
They were
I
the
would
best.
still
Three-
watch them today if it
I
was
was a
on.
Three Stooges person too. None of these, Russ wasn't, but I was
Super
too.
friend.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Mhm.
I like the Stooges. Okay, Paul, Madonna or Lady Gaga as artist, not as chick.
I would have to pick Lady Gaga because of her. She's just an amazing singer, and she's kissing.
Hey, here you go. Yeah, there you go. How about you, Russ?
Yeah, I'll go with Gaga too. Definitely, she writes more of her own stuff and much better performer.
Terry?
I think Madonna, because there wouldn't be any Gaga without Madonna.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, well, she was pretty damn. I mean, when we were kids, she was groundbreaking, man. She was
Yes.
huge.
I think
Mhm.
I like her. I say her because she did everything. Like she was the one that transformed herself multiple times.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's not. I believe Lady Gaga's more talented, but I don't think there'd be a Gaga without Madonna.
Yep. She had that thing. Now, do you remember, like, it's more back in the day than now. Even you could take a band like Motley Crue, Madonna, Kiss, of course, because Kiss did it with every album. Alice Cooper, David Bowie, every album, they kind of changed something to the album. Where like you're like, okay, what are they going to look like now? You know, when the
Exactly.
new record came out, it's missing a lot of that fun stuff like that now. You know,
Yep.
where back in the day, it was like, it was a new album, new look, new album, new look. It was like a whole It was the thing,
Agreed.
right?
Like Prince.
was
Prince
the
was the
thing.
same way.
Same way. Prince, another
Mhm.
unbelievable. What a great guitar player that guy is. Like,
Amazing. Did you ever see him live?
no. I wish I did.
Purple Rain tour. Purple Rain tour.
Right.
Wow, you went on that tour. I love
used to-
that record.
When I was in,
We
in
had
high school,
we had
I
a
was an intern
keyboard
on a.
player. We
That's-
had the
that's-
keyboard player.
Yeah, you
Matt,
did.
Yeah.
on P Word about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you had the I forget his name.
Think, right?
Matt Pink,
That's it. Yeah. Yep. The guy who used to wear the scrubs, right?
yeah, the
Right.
doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was-
Dr. Fink. That's what I
Dr.
just
Fink.
said.
Dr. Fink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Russ, what was you going to say? I'm sorry.
I was telling a story when I was in high school. I was an intern at YSP when they were a rock station, and I used to be the guy who would answer the request line. And somebody they were playing Prince on the radio at that point. Some guy calls me up, I pick up the phone, he starts cursing me out. Why are you guys playing Prince? And I'm like, give us the freaking guitar. Just hang up on him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, great songwriter, incredible guitar
Yeah.
player,
Excellent.
great singer, great.
Excellent.
He's the total package. Really, the total package. I was a huge Prince Purple Rain fan when that album came out, and even the
Same.
movie. I watched
Yeah.
that movie
The
so
movie,
many
oh,
damn
God,
times,
movie's unbelievable.
and it introduced
Yep.
me to the time. I was like, wow, this is a really good band.
Yeah,
the time was
yeah.
pretty
Larry
entertaining.
Fine.
Time, I love it.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good stuff. All right, Paul, going to your arena rock thing here. Bon Jovi or Motley Crue?
Motley Crue.
All right, a straight, quick answer, Russ.
Honestly, I think it was surprising to say Motley Crue too.
2 for the Crew. How about you, Terry?
Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Girl.
I can't stand Vince Neil's voice. I'm sorry. I
You,
can't.
you know what? I'm going to interject in this one too, because if you would have asked me this maybe 20 years ago, I would have said probably Motley Crue. Now I'm like, man, I just can't listen to Neil's voice anymore, and
Yeah, look
I
at
go
him.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah, look at him.
Wait, so
Look at
let's,
him.
are we?
I
Are
do
we
agree with you, Damien, because I was thinking back, when I thought about the first 2 Motley Crue albums.
That's
I
what
didn't
I'm
want to
thinking
compare them to
about.
what they are today because they're just
Wow.
trash today to me. I walked out of their show the last time we saw them.
Wow.
So yeah, so like if
It feels horrible.
we're talking about contemporary times, then I'm
Yeah,
going to
it's
go
Bon
Bon
Jovi.
Jovi. Although
Yeah.
Right.
Bon Jovi band sucks right now, but that's
Right.
It
Agreed.
changed. Yeah, it changed.
Big
I guess
time.
it happens with, I don't know, maybe age, where you just, I guess you can't write You Give Love a Bad Name at his maybe age now. It just don't sell like it would when we
You
all
give
first heard
Tapioca a bad name.
it.
But I have to admit, I lost interest in Bon Jovi when Richie left. When Richie
Yeah.
got kicked.
I was a big Bon Jovi fan until I would say the last album. They had some good songs after that, but the last album I really liked was probably Keep the Faith.
Yeah, great album.
And then after that, they had songs. Like Every Day was a great song, and there was a couple other real good songs. But it lost something. And then when he went to that country kind of thing, it kind of was like, all right, it is what it is, But he's 60 now, and that's what he's writing, and I guess it makes sense, I guess it makes sense.
I'm planning on doing the same thing in 4 more years. I'm just going to write country.
That's it. Listen, I'm ready to whore myself off and put a cowboy hat on right now. I'm all right with that. At this point.
Well, you
Modern
root
day
for them,
country's
so you
all
might
about
as
80s
well.
rock. This is modern day country.
I did it. I did country band for a while. It's not that bad.
Why not? No, today's country is really pop music. It's
It is.
It's 80s rock.
It is.
absolutely
They dress like it too.
Yeah, it's the same
If
structure.
they sing like this and
That's
stuff.
all it is.
Okay, so all right, Paul, this might be a tough one. Top to bottom for you, perfect album.
Back in Black.
That's one that a lot of people say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Russ?
Operation Minecraft.
Ah, yes. Fantastic
I got
record.
Mhm.
I gotta agree with him. The concert and the album, amazing.
Yeah. Wow, that's a great answer. Yeah, that's definitely the best Queensrÿche record.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's very influential.
Have you ever
today,
met
too.
Jeff Tate?
No,
Have you ever met-
I played with him one show and never met him.
Amazing guy, really cool. I was starstruck when I met him because I was like, "Oh my god, Operation Mindcrime!" And Rage for Order, 2 of my favorite albums.
Yeah, it's another great record.
Oh,
But-
yeah, Rage is awesome.
Meeting him, he was awesome. He made fun of me because I wouldn't let go of his hand, but he got starstruck. But he was great. He was great, and I got to meet Wilton too, so it was really a cool,
Oh, nice.
cool night.
Yeah, I think it's same thing with that band. That was one of my favorite bands, and I kind of fell. I'll still listen to it. I'll still buy it or listen to it, but I fell off after Wilton,
Yeah.
Chris DeGarmo left. I kind of
Yeah,
fell.
Chris
Yeah.
DeGarmo.
I was like, it's not the
Yeah,
something's
it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not.
I
But
didn't
they're-
Empire law after Empire.
I liked Empire. I like
No, I
agree.
liked
It was good.
Empire, but
Empire was
after
good, but
that,
after that, it was just
Yeah, forget it.
yeah.
Yeah.
We saw him a couple times after that, and wasn't worth it at that point.
Yep,
The new
exactly.
singer is pretty good though. The new.
Oh, he sounds just like
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Todd De La Torre. He sounds just like him.
Yeah.
He sounds like the earlier stuff. It's pretty.
Mhm.
It's a lot of people go, I don't know. He's pretty spot on.
I like the
Mhm.
records they've done with him too.
Yeah, I enjoyed all of them that came out. That's
Guess
just like
what?
3 or 4.
The last one wasn't bad.
No, it's pretty heavy too.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
pretty
saw them
heavy.
open for Priest at the Met. I guess it's been 2 years now. They were phenomenal, and I saw them at M3 a bunch of times.
Oh, nice. He hits all the notes too, right? Live hits all the notes. Wow,
Mhm.
And he plays all the drums on the records these days.
wow.
Awesome.
That's crazy. And he does. I know he has a solo album that came out, and that did pretty well. And what was he singing for Crimson Glory at one time or something like that? I think he was singing
That I don't
for
know.
that band for a bit. Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah, I think he was. I think you're right. It was Crimson Glory.
Yeah, he's got a really good voice.
Mhm.
Okay, Paul, I'm going to go on to you. You're going to the supermarket. What ice cream are you getting?
Usually Turkey Hill, if I can find it.
What flavor though?
Flavor.
Oh, see, I'm a brand guy. Usually it's chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, but it depends on the night and what's going to happen.
There you go. You throw in the strawberry, you don't know what's going to happen. It throws everything.
I'm not a
away.
big fan of the strawberry, but it's what are you going to do? It's in there.
I like the strawberry until you get those pieces in there.
Yeah, the
You're like,
little
what do you-
weird piece.
Yeah.
Strawberry.
It's freeze dried.
Well, yeah, it's just not. It just kind of ruins the whole. If I want something with stuff in, I'll get something like a Rocky Road or something like that. But you got vanilla, chocolate, smooth, and then you get to that strawberry, and you're like, man, these
You're like,
pieces,
what
it's
the-
just ruining it. Yeah.
So I will say this: they had ice cream day at my work yesterday, and I had Reese's peanut butter cup.
Invite us.
Oh,
Are they hiring?
I know,
They
right?
are hiring, so if you want to talk to me, I'll talk to you. About that. But I do the voiceovers for the company, so that's another story.
There you go. He gets the ice cream. He's now doing voices over for Turkey Hill. That's his go-to.
Well,
That was great. Russ, how about you?
mint chocolate chip.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. A green or white?
The white.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Is
hard
there-
to find the white when you get it.
Is there a difference? I don't know if there's a difference.
I
in
heard
green.
no.
No,
Green is just the food coloring.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
actually, I made it home once. We bought our son an ice cream maker, so I made mint chocolate mint ice cream,
Mhm.
and it came out pure white. It's basically vanilla bean with
Now,
mint.
how'd it come out?
mint in
Was it hard to make or no?
No, it just takes a little bit of time. The ice cream machine wasn't too hard, so I had some fresh mint and vanilla ice cream. Basically, it just flavors it.
Very cool. How about?
I know her answers.
Vanilla bean.
Has to be the
You're going
bean.
to plain vanilla. That's it.
No vanilla,
Vanilla bean.
Has to have
Has to have the bean. If it doesn't have the bean, I don't want it.
Because that changes the whole thing. I
That
never had
changes the
straight
whole-
vanilla bean like that. I never had it.
Actually, vanilla is the most complex flavor.
It's very complex, and you have to have the
Honestly-
bean. But if I can't get vanilla bean, I'll get vanilla with peanut butter chunks through it. That's
there
cool.
you go. I go for the chunky monkey. I like the chunky monkey.
Oh,
Monkey.
It's got to be that it's got to be that certain banana. It can't be the fake banana. It's got to be that smooth banana.
that's good.
How about you, Mike? What do you partake in?
chocolate, straight chocolate.
It's fucking boring. Come on. I mean, I love chocolate, but
Boring.
you're boring.
Chocolate's
So
awesome,
boring.
man.
You know how
Vanilla
they make
bean.
chocolate ice cream? Chocolate ice cream is all the leftovers from all the other flavors, and then they put in a ton of chocolate flavoring on top of
It's
it.
like a hot dog with ice cream.
Is that
It's
true?
Scrapple. It's a scrapple of the ice cream world.
Wait,
It
wait.
is
Is
a scrapple.
are you messing with me, or is that really true, Paul?
That's what I've heard from people that work at ice cream company. Maybe they lied to me and they were just like fucking with me. But that's what I heard.
Sounds
The
like
hot
bullshit.
dog of
Yeah.
ice creams. I like that line.
The hot dog of ice cream.
Save it for the chocolate.
Oh man! All right, Paul. Band you used to like, but you're kind of tired of now.
I don't really get tired of stuff. I've been listening to the same Loudness record since 1984.
Crazy Nights. No, not Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Is that
I don't know. Like, I have a love-hate affair with Twisted Sister at this point in my life, I guess. I don't know, but I love Dee, so
good stuff?
I can't answer the question. I'm out.
How about you, Russ?
But I'm trying to think of like, I mean, because I cycle through so many different types of music. I don't really settle on anything. I mean, if you went through my serious presets on my car, it's you think I'd be a crazy person. I kind of grew up the 80s hair bands. I kind of dropped for a long time and then started listening back to some of them now. So, but I couldn't really pinpoint a band that I absolutely listen to all the time and don't really listen to anymore. I'd have to give that some thought.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Because last week we asked the questions to who did we have on last week? We had on Rat Rod, and my thing was I fell off of I still buy their stuff, but like the last few Iron Maiden records just aren't great to me anymore.
Yeah, well that's a different story, man. They're terrible.
Yeah,
and that's one of my favorite bands in the world because
I mean, I'll listen to the first first incarnation meeting, the first 5, 6, 7 albums, and that's all I go for on that.
That's about right. That's about right.
Oh,
beautiful.
That would be another perfect album if you get into the Iron Maiden, like Power Slave or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, even the first two of Paul Di'Anno, I love. I still love them too.
The
first 6 records.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
So good.
Peace of Mind's my fave.
That's a great one too. Yeah, that's
that's the pinnacle record.
Peace of Mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might go with Seven Sons.
I like that one too.
Peace of Mind turned me on to them though. That was what really got me liking them.
That was your first.
See me with Seven Sons.
That's what got me onto them too.
One of my it's in my top 5 of all concerts that I ever saw was Peace of Mind show.
Yep, same.
I didn't see them till Seventh Son was the first Maiden concert I went to.
Wow.
I think Ace Frehley was opening up for them.
I think Power Slave was my first tour with them.
That was a huge tour too. Oh my god.
Mine was Peace of Mind.
Rush, you weren't at Peace of Mind with us?
Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of a lot of
probably chances are probably right.
Because I'll tell you the story later, but yeah, you were there.
Was that the Ken Chin story?
Yes,
Twisted Sister? Okay, yeah.
No, that's another story. Wait, Twisted Sister? No, that's a whole other story.
He doesn't want to say it with me here.
That was another Iron Maiden. That was the Iron Maiden show. So there was an Iron Maiden show at the Spectrum, famous show where they had to stop the show because somebody threw firecrackers off the balcony.
Well, Twisted Sister stopped the show.
Twisted Sister
was the opener.
Very Twisted Sister's part of the show, and that was my friend Ken.
Oh, it was one of your buddies.
He was sitting with us
right next to
Actually,
me.
he was sitting with you. I was working for YSP that time, and I was walking around giving out T-shirts to the stadium.
Yeah, I was sitting with Ken Chin, Larry Barrow, and Kim Klein, and so they stopped the show, and he says, we're gonna turn on the lights, and we're gonna find the person that did this. And I turned to Ken and I said, when those lights go on, you turn around and look up toward the top of the balcony.
There you go.
That's what we did. Oh, God.
So you got away with it.
We were terrified. We thought we were going to jail.
Oh man,
it was bad. The security was out.
I got one last question for you guys. I'm going to go back to especially Paul doing the cover thing here. If you only had to pick, I'm going to ask all three, but if you only had to pick one Pat Benatar song, what would it be?
Heartbreaker.
Oh, okay, I was going. Russ.
Oh, that's what I was going for. It's my kryptonite song too, and I when I was being a cover band, and but I love playing it.
The three of us used to play that together.
I love that song, but I love singing that song, but it's not mine. Mine's Promises in the Dark.
That's a great song too. Yeah. I mean, she's got a lot of good tunes, man.
She's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And it's weird. I'm guessing she still probably does put stuff out. I know she still plays, but it's weird how
Neil with Neil.
We saw her and Neil at
her husband
Keswick.
About
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah.
How were they live?
Great.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
She sounds incredible. And the thing is, she was like one of the reasons why I became a singer. Because the way I trained is the way she trained. She was originally an opera singer because her grandmother was an opera singer, or her mom was an opera singer. And I did classical training when I was growing up and going to college. So that's why I did it. And she's a muse for me. So
Very cool. She was definitely iconic, especially at the time when she came out.
yeah.
And then even like a song like "Hell's for Children," what a great song.
What a crazy ass song. Awesome tune.
Great. And it's back when artists would try stuff that, you get a band now and they stick to the format, right? Back in the 60s, 70s, especially the 70s and maybe early 80s, you would get a band that would just, even if you go Zeppelin or something like that, you'll get like a song that sounds like a country song or a heavy song. And it was such a mix of music. Where nowadays everything's so formatted and just like it all sounds friggin'. I don't know if we're just getting old or like all these bands. It all sounds the same to me now.
Well, it's all, and a lot of it's not live anymore. I mean, people are doing tracks, and that pisses the hell out of me.
Yeah, especially a lot of the new rock. I mean, there's a lot of newer bands that I like, but then I start listening like they make like pile of 6 of them. They all sound the same. They all have the same damn like sing voice on them, and it's annoying.
The gating is the same. Everything's the same.
Yeah,
like a lot of some good music in there, but it's
a lot of the vocals for me, and I guess I call it. I don't know if it's right. I call it like emo rock, where you have like this. It's like this kind of cool, eerie kind of verse, and then when it breaks in this like halftime chorus, and the singer's just, I'm like, it's the same fucking chorus.
Almost that whiny kind of sound, like
nasal, whiny singer.
Yeah, and it's like,
Like,
one
dude,
song
have
like
some
that's
balls.
all right.
Yeah, have some balls. Come on, just have some balls and sing like you have some balls.
Here you go, Terry, laying it down. I love it.
But that's almost everything out there anymore. It's like everything it's in the mainstream. It just sounds like it has no balls to it. It's just,
they have no control over what they're doing.
They don't know how to control, and they don't know how to breathe, and that just drives me insane.
Yeah. Yep.
You remember that episode of the Brady Bunch where Greg Brady got taken over by the producers?
They want to change him?
Yes.
That's where we are now.
The Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
Oh, man.
We are in that see, it was that dystopian reality became reality.
Yeah. Yep. But I want to thank you guys for coming on. We got the Rust Fest with you guys the 24th of September. It's going to be a good gig. It's an early gig. You guys will all be home by 10 o'clock on a Sunday. So it should be good. There's no Eagles game that week, I believe. So it's even better.
Perfect. So no excuses not to come out.
Right? Yeah. No excuses.
Yep. So you guys want to plug any shows coming up and plug your website again where we can find you?
So the Rust Fest right now is the next show coming up. As we're working on our new drummer, we'll probably be booking more shows. So come and see us.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple drummers out there who are looking at us, and we told them to come to the Rust Fest. So we're trying to plug that show also for the memory of Russ. Website right now, go to the Facebook page, Instinct the Band on Facebook, or Unofficial Instinct, and also there'll be, when we have the website, that'll be instincttheband.com.
Awesome. And you guys are going to be heading to the studio hopefully early, maybe 2024, sometime in 2024. I recommend David Pyron. He did our record. He just did the Heaven's Edge record. Great guy. Great, fantastic guy.
Good to know. Thank you.
We'll appreciate it.
We'll be talking to you about it.
Cool. Yeah, he's super sweet. He's got a great ear, and it's really easy to work with. It's out of all the places I recorded, he was probably my most comfortable place. I felt like I was recording at home. That's how easy it was.
It's always curious what a good producer or engineer would do with our stuff.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I mean, he'll make it big, man. I put on our stuff when we were doing the first trackings of it, and I was like, who'd you have play for? Something like, who the hell's that? Like, he just got such a big sound out of it. We were like, wow,
that's amazing.
We're like,
nice.
That's what we need.
I've heard your stuff. It's so good, man.
It's so good.
Dave, man. Dave really, he knows how to get it to work. He really, really does. He pulls a lot out of you without torturing you, if that makes any sense.
Love that.
You want to walk out and go,
yeah, he'll hit you with a couple zingers, but they're like dry humor, so it's good. But so we're gonna be with you guys in the Rust Fest. Hopefully we'll have a couple more shows together in 2024.
Yeah, be awesome.
Yeah, so it's really good stuff. And Paul, if you want to plug your P-Word podcast, where can we find you?
The P-Word is on every Tuesday. It's on Podbean and it's on Facebook. You can catch it live on Facebook on my page. My page is Paulie Adler, and it's 7:30 p.m. every Tuesday, unless I'm busy.
Yes.
It's scheduled. But
Very
me and Jim
nice.
Perry, and we do our little shtick. And Al, we'd like to have you on. That'd be great. We'd love to have you on. In fact,
Definitely.
if you'd like to come on to talk about the Rust Fest, which is at Tom and Jerry's on the 24th.
Fourth. Yep.
We're going to record. We don't record. Well, we record and we're live. But if you have time on Tuesday night, let me know. Maybe we'll get you on. And you
Yeah.
know,
That sounds
do your
good. That
thing.
sounds like a plan. I think I could do that. I'll
Terry
contact
Russ,
you this
should
week.
come
Yeah.
on too.
Yeah, that'll be very, very, very cool. So we'd like to thank everybody from Instinct for coming on. And
Cool. Thank you, guys.
I had a real fun interviews, guys. This
Thank
was
you.
a lot of fun.
Yeah,
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Well, I'll see you guys in a couple weeks either way. Paul, I'll talk
Yeah.
to you this
Forward
week.
to it.
All right.
Thank you guys so much. Mixtapes
Thank
and Tasty
you.
Cakes. See you next time. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Take care.
Take care.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.